Many ancient and sacred scriptures around the world document encounters with UFOs. In the Bible, Ezekiel describes a wheel within a wheel floating in the sky, which is a classic description of a flying saucer. In Hindu mythology, gods travel from place to place in flying vehicles called vimana. And there are many mentions of these flying objects in the Ramayana, which says a chariot or a car rises from the earth in a vertical direction and swiftly wafts through the sky. The Book of Invasions is a medieval 11th century Irish text that tells legends and histories of Ireland. It describes the Tuatha Dea. They're aliens who arrive in spacecrafts, and they live in the other world, but they come and interact with humans in the human world. In Egypt, the Thule Papyrus describes in great detail a huge UFO sighting that happened in 1480 BC. It says that a fiery disk was coming in the sky, and after some days had passed, they were more numerous than anything shining in the sky. The Dogon tribe in West Africa say that their ancestors came in contact with an extraterrestrial race of beings from the Sirius star system, located 8.5 light years away. For 600 years, this tribe has possessed profound knowledge of the Sirius star system, which scientists did not discover until the 1970s. And they also knew about subatomic particles and the Earth's exact location within the Milky Way galaxy. The Popol Vuh is considered the ancient Bible of the Mayan people. It talks about beings who fly through the sky to visit them. In 2012, the Mexican government released artifacts found in a Mayan pyramid in the ancient city of Tulum. The artifacts, they're primarily small sculptures or figurines, resemble beings with large heads, almond-shaped eyes. They look exactly like modern-day descriptions of ETs, and some of the artifacts look like spaceships. A Chinese scroll from 475 to 221 BCE, titled The Classic of Mountains and Seas, talks about gods who ride around in flying chariots carrying divine weapons. In the year 77 AD, the historian Pliny the Elder wrote an encyclopedia titled Natural History, and he describes how, on the evening of July 7th, a circular object resembling a shield was observed sweeping across the sky from west to east. For thousands of years, Native Americans have kept records of their encounters with UFOs through oral tradition and artwork. They called them the Sky People or Star People. The Hopi say their first home was in the Pleiades constellation, which they refer to as Chehukon. The Cree Nation, the Zuni, and the Lakota say their ancestors arrived on Earth as spirits from the stars. So I'm going to pause right here before I go to the next section just to see if anyone else has any other comments or things to share. Okay, great. We'll go to the next section. Our Western minds are somewhat horrified at the thought of encountering a strange-looking alien. Indigenous people often think that, it's not a big deal because they've interacted with aliens for centuries. Bernardo Peixoto, a shaman who was raised by the Ipixuna tribe in the Brazilian rainforest, says, "Our legends say that a long time ago, a flying saucer landed in the Amazon basin." And he also says that men emerged from this spaceship. These beings were makuras, or spirits that came from high up in the sky. In 1973, cave drawings of UFOs, which were 25,000 years old, were found in the Serra de Capivara National Park in Brazil. In the Americas, a Lakota Sioux medicine man, his name is Wallace Black Elk, saw a UFO while he was on a vision quest. It was a concave, luminous disc with another disc above it, and it was operated by little people who were able to converse with him telepathically. And Black Elk tells this anthropologist, the scientists call that a UFO, but that's a joke, see? Because they're not trained. They lost contact with the wisdom, knowledge, power, and gift. So they have to see everything first with their naked eye. They have to catch one first. They have to shoot it down and see what's it made of and how it was shaped and formed. But their intention is wrong. So somebody is misleading those scientists that way. But the biggest joke is on those scientists because they lost contact with those Star Nation people. Having a relationship with the Creator, with the earth, with animals, and with star beings is natural for Native people because their traditions don't separate the material realm from the spiritual realm. And they've always known that the universe is filled with multidimensional life forms that are not human. The reason why we think it's extreme to encounter aliens is because we've forgotten our ancient connections to these deep sources of wisdom.